Good evening everyone and welcome to the second stream of Division 2. We are here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, well, Division 2 Season 10, Round 2 at Saudi Arabia, yeah, as I just said. I mean, Saudi Arabia is one of the most difficult tracks on this game, I would say, and we should certainly be in for another exciting race. We've got our race winner KSA once again ready for tonight's race. I'm not sure my qualifying hasn't actually started yet. We've been in this loading screen for a while, and just as I say that, there we go. Just gonna share the stream on our Discord server for a second, then I can have a look at the action. Well, drivers haven't gone out anyway yet, so we're not missing anything, thankfully. But yeah, any moment now, first drivers will be leaving the pit lane. Being told there's no rain in either qualifying or race. Thank you, PC Woodley and Adam, for letting me know. 16 drivers today, so very good attendance once again. I think we had 17 last week, so yeah, slightly worse, but I mean 16 is still a very good number. Got the first two drivers leaving the pit because of the Aston Martins. That's George up ahead, and then here we have Yoshi and Jules Valentine already out of the pit. So yeah, three drivers for now, McLaren as well. Well, obviously everyone's gonna leave the pits now, as we about 1 minute into qualifying. I'm expecting everyone on softs. Might see some mediums, but although I never really see the point in using mediums now that the Q2 tire rule is gone. Some people still choose to do it. I guess they want to save a second set of softs for the race, or well, even just one if you got. Well, you can either have if you do mediums in the first one, you can go for 3 runs and still use 2 softs and have 1 left, or you can only do 2 and have 2 softs left. Or what I tend to do is just do 2 runs, well, 2 runs on softs and just skip a medium run because there's no point. The medium run is never gonna be my fastest lap anyway. But yeah, the first driver to start a lap will be George, so we go on board with him. So he is just before the final corner here on this, well, it's not actually a straight, but it is a straight in the end. Turns 25 to 27 here, well, 27 being the hairpin and he's just about to enter. You can see he's setting up for the exit, taking a wide line, trying to go early on the power. Didn't quite work as well as you might have hoped for. I think he was a little late on the power there, but yeah, Dia is open anyway. George starting his lap here, as we head down to turn 1. Let's see, breaking around the 100 meter board a bit later than that maybe. Not quite the smoothest of turn-ins. You can see he's using the curbs though. Good racing lines on the show from George here. Well, obviously he will be purple in Sector 1, but we'll see then how other drivers can compare to his lap times here. Looking like a clean run through the S's. Didn't quite use much curb, well, any curb at all, on the exit of I'm not even gonna start with turn numbers in this track. There's 27 turns, but it's also no corner names, so tricky to name the corners here on this flying hot lap by George. Down to 4th gear. Does he go up to 5th for the exit? No, he stays in 4th actually. No short shifting from the Aston Martin. Very nice curb use on entry. Didn't quite hit the apex right there, but now onto the next DRS straight. DRS should be open. Yeah, there we go. DRS opening now. Staying close to the walls here across this, well, half straight once again. No, there's no part of this track really that's fully straight apart from the start-finish straight. Everything else here at least, actually there's the one between the S section and the Sector 2 line, basically. Oh, sorry, accidentally changed the driver's name, but yeah, George, 1 corner to go. I'm expecting times, or pole position times to be in the 28s somewhere. Well, I'm not exactly so. Somewhere in the 28s, could be anywhere really. I have no idea what the pace of the drivers will be today. George, the first lap in decision 32.1. So this is quite a bit slower than expected. 30.3, immediately beaten by Jules Valentine behind him. Then we have Yoshi, who is going to the pit, so he's in Valentine's lap time. Claudio, 30.4. He didn't race last week, so this is his first race in this league. So, well, another new face that can show his pace in today's race. Rico, of course. Terande, 29.1. Rico just starting a lap here. Of course, just about missing out on a race win against KSA last time around. I think, well, he was about 3 seconds away in the end, but that was because of a late mistake that robbed us of a very nice battle. Or it could have been a very nice battle, as Rico's coming up to, I believe, that is Claudio. And, oh, he spun! Thankfully, he's still... Oh! That was very, very close with the McLaren of Jonathan. He almost went right into his path there as he was rejoining the track. I mean, Jonathan probably got a good scare out of that, but thankfully he was able to continue and didn't get collected by Rico. Biascapi is now in second place, 29.4. Jonathan's actually run out of the fuel now, so he must have really underfilled the car, because this can have only been like the third lap for him. He's gonna have to be careful now not to block anyone coming up behind him. Taranday, for example, just going past him right there. Another new driver who has actually joined the league this week is Yasso, I believe that is how it's pronounced, who is a reserve driver, driving for Alfa Romeo for now, or for today's race. Purple in second sector apparently, so let's see. Apparently a strong lap time from Yasso here. I didn't see any of it, so I'm not sure. Obviously, if that purple sector is true or not. The game does sometimes lie about it, but we'll wait and see until he crosses the line, and then we know for sure if it was a good lap time or not. Up to 4th on the exit, using the short shifting for extraction. Dia is open, of course, to the inside line here, 29 I believe it will be, 29.9, so very strong lap from Yasso, 3rd place for now, although 8 tenths behind Taranday, who is the early pace setter in this qualifying session apparently. Try to see anyone on the push lap. I don't think so. Marcelo, no, Marcelo is also low on here, so yeah, nobody is pushing at the moment. Although Pisivoli, I think, is just about to start a lap right here. Pisivoli, of course, we saw him in Bahrain. He had great pace in qualifying, and also in the race, of course. Although he did make a mistake, which cost him a better finishing position. I believe he finished P6 in the end. What was it? P8 actually. He finished P8 after a spin, which took him out of race-winning contention. He was in the fight for the racing early on, or for a podium at least. See, very early on the shifts here, so he is aggressively short-shifting even through the S's. Purple in sector 1, 32.7 by the Alpine driver right here. He's got a bit of traffic coming up, one of the Aston Martins and one of the Haas drivers. That is probably Gromit Cup and George, I imagine. Well, Gromit Cup is the only Haas driving. And the Aston Martin, not ideal for Pisivoli, but he did get out of the way. Although maybe not the best place to do so. Pisivoli, let's see. 2 more corners to go. Very close to the wall there, and very nice curb taken there as well. Going on to the second to last straight, and on its way to the final corner. Getting maybe a bit of long range tow here from Gromit Cup up ahead. Into the final corner, down to 3rd, up to 4th on the exit. Very good lines from Pisivoli. I think this could be a very strong lap time. Now using, of course, the slipstream of Gromit Cup up ahead, and Pisivoli 28.778, 4 tenths faster than Taranday. And there we go, the first driver in the 28s is NLR Pisivoli. Impressive lap time from the Alpine driver. Of course, the likes of KSA and Rico, who was holding the pace last week, didn't complete the lap time. He had Gromit Cup as well. He started in 2nd place actually at Bahrain. Although he did then go on to DNF. Of course, Gromit Cup also, well, it's his birthday today, so he'll be hoping to celebrate that with a pole position and a victory. And that would be very nice to see, in fact, if Gromit Cup manages to get a good result here. 32.6, I think that's 1/10 faster than Pisivoli. So Gromit Cup off to a good start here. Although, a bit of understeer through that long left-hander right there. Also a touch of the wall as well, you could hear it just slightly. Very nice line stop from Gromit Cup, mostly. Might be on his way to at least a front row. A provisional front row at the least. Let's see, it's purple in sector 2, 101.3. I think that's also faster than Pisivoli. So we might be seeing a new pole position time by Gromit Cup, by the birthday boy. As he heads to the final corner. And I believe...
time's already faster than expected, to be honest.
Yeah, there we go. Kart Racer just joined us.
Hello there, guys.
And Gromit Cup over the line. 1:28, I will assume. 28.812, just about behind Pisivoli. Very close to the top right now. But KSA is also now on a hot lap, so he is, of course, after winning the first race, one to look out for here. Oh, but he's missed the corner right there. Somehow didn't invalidate. I have no idea how. I feel like that shouldn't have been an invalidation, but he got away with it. So KSA will finish this lap. He has one more corner to go. 28.778, the time to beat.
As Rico touched the inside corner, the inside wall of the corner in the last sector. On his out lap, hopefully he doesn't have damage, but he goes for it anyway. Nice first two corners.
KSA, by the way, 29.0 in P3. About 3/10 behind PCUD right now.
Beautiful line by Rico.
Yeah, this looks very, very strong. 32.4, that's much faster than anything we've seen in the first sector. Rico is nailing this lap. Oh! I cursed him. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Well, that lap is...
He almost crashed out there.
I think he's still going, actually. He's burning ES at least. Oh, but yeah, now it's over.
Touched the wall again.
Yeah, front wing completely gone. He's gonna go back to the pits. No point in finishing this lap time. This will certainly be last place.
It was very risky to go for it anyway after the first touch.
Yeah, I don't know if he was still going. It seemed like he was. He was still pushing. He was still using ES. I mean, he still is using ES, but I assume he is gonna go back to the pits. I feel like there would be no point.
Yeah, wouldn't make any sense.
It's certainly gonna be the slowest lap time if he completes it on the front wing. I mean, the car still not. The car turn still seems fine. I would have expected worse understeer, to be fair, but yeah, he's back to the pits. Also I have Adam, will now finish in lap time. He's on his way to the final corner. I didn't see the sector time, so 1:01.7 apparently through sector 2, which I think is 3/10 of what Comet Cup did, if I remember correctly. We'll see as he crosses the line. 29.4 P6 for Adam.
As Jill Valentine's abandons his hot lap to go into the pickets again, probably has damage, which I didn't saw, because the lap wasn't invalidated.
Jonathan is also on his way to completing a flying lap now for the first time. I think he, I don't know what happened to him on his first lap. I assume he crashed or invalidated. I think, yeah, with 6 minutes to go, surely he would have tried at least one by now. Purple in sector 2 apparently, 1:01.8. Jonathan, of course, having missed out on the podium last week on the last lap after an incident with EWAC. So he'll be hoping to fight back after that. He did slightly miss the apex in the final corner, 29.6 P9 only. I have to admit, I thought Jonathan would have done more than that, but maybe he can improve later on. Probably one more lap for him.
As his teammate, BS Gabriel abandoned his lap also. For no obvious reason.
I mean, I guess if they're just slower than before, they might as well just go back to pits.
Slower, yeah, but
yeah, if you're just downing your time. Yeah, right now, nobody on track is pushing, I believe. Marcelio might actually be. Yeah, Marcelio is pushing. Okay, there we go. Found somebody. Currently P14, 31.4, 8/10 behind the next car.
Jonathan almost crashed out.
On his in lap, interesting.
Lost his front wing.
Marcelio's up by 9/10, so significant improvement here. 9/10 with only gaining one position still, so he has to gain a bit more than that if he wants to jump up maybe into the top 10. DS open as he crosses the line. What will it be? 30.2. P12, 1.1 seconds gained. Big improvement. His teammate George, I believe, also just either starting or finishing a lap, or going back to the pits. Starting a lap, I believe. Okay. KSA also just starting a lap. Currently P3. I think we'll watch him. This could be a pole position lap, I imagine. The S section is the crucial part of this track, so I think we'll likely know after this part of the track whether it will be pole or not, and it certainly won't be, as the lap hasn't validated.
Yeah, and a risky play from Rico there, staying in dwarf.
Whoa, KSA.
For that one final run.
Well, he's just fully blocked one of the Red Bulls. but thankfully Menace Man was on an outlap, so it didn't matter. True, Rico, still in last place, no lap time set. He will have to go out at some point. He did go out earlier, but he of course crashed. But surprising that he didn't go for another one after that. Yoshi, I believe, is just starting a lap, not finishing one, okay. George is actually about to finish a lap, as he has one more corner to go here.
Yes, Jill Valentine's starts his final lap of this qualifying session. Hopefully can make up some time. Probably going into the 29th.
Yeah, 29 should be possible, which would put him into P11. George gains 1.2 seconds, but stays in P15 anyway. Although he's now much closer to the back of the grid.
As George goes for another lap with like 10% of his CRS left.
Well, I applaud him for trying, although I have no idea why he's trying. Yeah, with only 10% ERS, there is not a realistic chance to beat this lap time, I would say. Unless he made a big mistake somewhere. Oh, Jules Valentine's lost it! And that's over. His qualifying is over. Thankfully he is parked in runoff zone, so there's a very low chance anybody hits him. Tarande, going through the final corner now, although yeah, he's starting a lap, not finishing one. KSA was up by 6/10 apparently in the first sector, but he's invalidated once again. So KSA seems to have great pace, but he just can't convert it right now. 1.5 minutes to go, so drivers will now be on their final lap, or are just about to start their final lap. Menace Man, up by 2.5 tenths here. Currently P8 for the Red Bull driver, 2.5 tenths would put him into the top 5. Maybe he can gain a bit more and jump into the top 3 even, maybe. Gets a bit of a slipstream from one of the Alfa Romeos up ahead. As he goes over the line, 29.385 for Menace Man. And indeed, P5. Although Ewek is also starting a lap now, but he's right behind Gomert Cup. And Gomert Cup is also starting a lap, so surely Ewek is gonna be impacting on his lap here. He didn't leave enough space behind Gomert Cup to start his lap. We've got PC Williams going to the final corner as well, now starting his final lap. Gomert Cup is on the flying lap, so yeah, it's all the top drivers on their way now. Tarande is up by 3/10 as he goes into the final corner. 3/10, he could be close to Gomert Cup. If he gains a bit more, he could also get pole position from PC Willy here. DRS open. And it will be a 1:28.8164 thousandth of a second behind Gomert Cup. And Gomert Cup is in the wall! Gomert Cup is in the wall at the long left-hander here, the Star Sector 2. And that is his qualifying over as well.
As Rico sets the fastest second sector of the session, but got held up by one of the AlphaTauris in the first sector.
So Rico could be on his way to
still be pole position.
Very strong lap here in there. If he got blocked and still get pole position, that would be very impressive.
Looks very, very clean, yes.
DS is open. Can he beat PC Willy's 28.7? Yes, he can!
Yes,
28.3!
Very impressive.
PC Willy is still on a lap though, so he can maybe fight back. Is he up by enough? We will see in just a moment as he finishes Sector 2. He's down by 1.5 tenths, so no, PC Willy. Yeah, I don't think he can gain 5 tenths in the one sector here, so I'm pretty sure Rico has just secured pole position unless Jonathan or, well, only Jonathan might be split on a lap apart from PC Willy. Now Jonathan is also going back to the pits. PC Willy is the last one on the flying lap, and I don't think he has any chance of beating Rico. And indeed, he does improve in the end by 59 thousandths of a second, but it doesn't improve his position. He stays in P2. And that is qualifying done. Rico, right at the end, with only one lap, gets pole position. And by a significant margin as well. It's 3.5 tenths between Rico and PC Willy.
Yeah, very impressive as he got hauled up in the first sector. Well, not by much, but it irritates probably sometimes. Missing an apex can cost you dearly. These sequence of corners, so yeah, very impressive. Lap 10 by him.
Yeah, I feel like with that pace, even a 27 would have probably been possible, so just certainly a very, very strong lap time. And there we go, qualifying is now officially done. And Rico, confirmation, is the pole sitter. We'll go through the full qualifying results in just a moment. There we go. PC Willy 3.5 tenths behind in P2, Grommet Cup in P3, and Tarande only 5 thousandths behind him in P4, KSA in P5, Menace Man in P6, very close between Menace Man, Ewek and Adam, and BS Gabri as well there in P6 to P9, Jonathan P10, Claudio in P11, Yasso in P12, Marcelio in P13, Gilles Valentine in P14, Yoshi in P15, and George right in the back of the grid in P16. But Saudi Arabia is one of those tracks where anything can happen in the race. I would argue qualifying might as well be irrelevant at this track. There is so much potential for chaos, so many safety cars usually. Of course, going at such high speeds, so close to the wall. So there is great potential for some chaos in this race. Of course, also lots of overtaking opportunities around here. Some long straights with long DRS zones, going to long braking zones as well, which all enables overtaking.
Yeah, well, we have to say that the first round at Bahrain was pretty fair and pretty clean, I have to say. And yeah, could be anything today, but I think it will be probably very similar. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
But yeah, we'll see.
Also interesting to see what strategies people will now go for. Some people might choose to expect an early safety car. There is a high likelihood here at Saudi Arabia. Normally you'd go for about 10 laps on mediums and 15 laps on hards. Can start on either tire, of course. But some people might try and go for the soft. And we'll see it in just a moment now.
As I'm looking through the race director, nobody on soft tires at the moment.
I'm seeing lots of hards here on the track.
A lot of medium tires.
Oh yeah, I only saw the first 2 on hards. So I assumed most were on hards, but no, only 4 drivers on hards. Rico, PC Willy, Adam and George, rest of the grid's on mediums.
But if you can stay in front on the hard tires, you have the tactical advantage in the second stint, but it will be difficult with these drivers being so close together. And yeah, as we are looking for a good and clean race start, as the drivers go into their grid positions.
Yep, and hopefully it will be a clean start, most importantly. It's a very, very slow first corner. And there is a wall very close on the exit, so you have to be careful. Especially if you're going 2, 3, 4 wide in turn 1, which is a real possibility at the start here. But I'm sure these drivers can handle it. They have proven to be very clean at Bahrain. And there we go, they've all lined up. We're ready for the race start. And the 5 red lights. Will they go out? For us, yes. For the drivers, no. Actually, one of the drivers who's moving. Bit of a glitch in the background, maybe. Rico is now gone. The race has started. Rico with a good start. Stays in P1. PC Willy. Oh, Rico's been tapped from behind! And Rico is round. Lots of contact. Jonathan is out. One of the Mercedes lost their wing there. Chaotic start. Rico was tapped by someone before turn 1 and the virtual safety car has been called out. PC Willy is taking the lead from Tarande. Yoshi has got a 5-second penalty. And Jonathan is out of the race before it even really got started. So who was the Mercedes with front wing damage? Adam. Adam has completely lost his wing in that chaos. So a nightmare start for Adam and even more so for Jonathan, of course for Rico as well. Although he's still in P3, he still has a good chance of being in the fight for the podium here. Hopefully he doesn't have any damage from that tap that he got. Yasso as well, you can see with some wing damage, I believe on the left hand side. Race has been restarted, so we'll focus our attention on the front again. PC Willy now trying to create a gap between Tarande and him. Rico putting pressure on Tarande meanwhile. who goes off. And Rico's lost it! Rico's lost his entire front wing. Resets the track as well, reverses, and he's down to last place.
Oh. League racing can be harsh sometimes.
Piscivoli is now put on
He
a
has
full
proven
second.
today.
Amazing for Piscivoli. Adam, of course, dropping down. Piers Gabri is on the wall as well and also lost his entire front wing. That's 3 entire front wings and a full car lost in 1 lap.
Yeah,
As we are 3 wide on the final corner. KSA, Grommet and Tarande. With Ewek not far behind either. These guys are battling hard as Tarande's in the pits. So Tarande, I think, was the one who tapped Rico then and probably got some wing damage there on the first corner. Contact in KSA and Grommet Cup down to turn 1 and KSA
for new front wings.
takes P2 with Ewek trying to go for a switchback as well. But doesn't pull it off. Grommet Cup stays in P3. Familiar front 2 then, KSA and well, actually, no, not. KSA and Piscivoli, well, I was thinking KSA and Rico, but of course Rico is now in the pits. Can have a look at the position changes. Who was the biggest winner? Claudio up 6 places, Yoshi up 8 as well.
As Yoshi lost it in the first sector, almost, yeah, he clipped the wall.
And that big
Hopefully
catch from
he
Jules
has damage.
Valentine now. So they go side by
I
side.
think he has some wing damage by now.
Yeah, Jules Valentine was
yeah,
much later on the brakes there. At first I thought he was
Yoshi has
about to
wing
go off,
damage.
but yeah, Yoshi might have some
Heavy wing
damage.
Yeah. But I think Jules Valentine has wing damage as well because he got clipped at the start. As he was on the inside and couldn't brake.
Let's try to have a look at his front
Fast as
wing.
the car's standing in front.
I mean, there's no visible damage, but of course that doesn't mean much in this game. There can still be damage on his car. Adam is now disconnected. Not sure if he's rage quit. Oh, Claudio's off! Claudio's lost it! Just as I was flicking through the cameras, I saw him spinning off. Thankfully the ghosting system is in place, otherwise George would have just been sent to the moon from that crash. As Yoshi was having a look at Jules Valentine, I think. Piscivoli the fast of the race pulling away, but KSA immediately beating it, so he's actually not pulling away. Yoshi goes into the pits to fix the wing damage that he has. I'll try to invite Adam back into the lobby. Hopefully he can get back in, assuming that he just disconnected, which I hope is the case. There we go. Game invite has been sent. I hope he gets it.
And as I said in qualifying before, our birthday kid Gromit up in the front position. He's looking for a podium right now, which would be very special today for him.
Yeah, I mean, and there we go. Adam is back in, so hopefully he can now stay in the lobby. Just lost him a few seconds.
From the Ewek in the Williams.
Yeah, but they are both. Oh, Ewek has a bit more ERS, but Grommet also at about 70%, so they're both very comfortable on the ERS right now. While KSA, well, also on 57, but he's pushing a little bit, trying to catch Piscivoli.
Yeah, he's closing in on Piscivoli actually, but he's obviously on the faster tire by now.
Yeah, he has to close in really. He can't be losing time here. Because if Piscivoli has track position and better tires later on, KSA has no chance. Grommet Cup is working to stay in the DRS of KSA to defend from Ewek. As he goes a bit wide through the final corner. Loses about a tenth or two. It's now under pressure. Ewek using ERS, using DRS, trying to get past into turn 1 here. But he can't actually go for it. Grommet Cup stays on P3 for now. We've also got Rico closing in on Yoshi. Tire advantage of course, and Rico trying to make his comeback after the spin. That could be one to look out for, as Rico is 8 tenths behind here going to the final corner, so probably no move on this lap. Might have to go for it in next lap, although he's getting a lot on the exit. But he's not using ERS, I think he's gonna wait for a better opportunity later on, when he's a bit closer to Rico, to Yoshi going onto the straight.
As Jules Valentine comes under pressure from Marsilio. Just went off in sector 1 and yeah, drifts nicely out of the corner.
Yeah, Marcelio might be on for a move here. Of course, having the yellow flags. Who's that for? I have no idea. Okay. I don't see anybody off. The visual effects are gone, so seems to have been a minor incident. Marcelio now 3/10 behind, and will have the ERS, so he has a chance to make a move on Gilles Valentine for P6 here. And let's see if he manages to do so. He's not using ERS, and Gilles Valentine is actually pulling away on the straight, so he must have either burned a lot of ERS, or he has much lower wings than Marcelio. As Rico is lost again. Is that Rico or is it Yasso? It's Rico! Rico's back down to last! After finishing second in Bahrain, he's having an awful race today. And I mean, that amazing pole lap as well, so Rico would have been hoping for a better today. Race is still young, of course, 20 laps to go, so anything can still happen. A well-timed safety car could pull him back into the race. But certainly not a good start for Rico. KSA, meanwhile, is almost back into P2 with DRS. Yeah, just about outside of it. 1.1. He will probably be back in it by the end of this lap. Ewek, bit of a slide there, entering the DRS straight, but he's well within range of Government Cup. But, well, he's not close enough to go for a move, at least at the moment. I think Government Cup will be able to defend this position for the next couple of laps at least. As Ewek, wow, lots of curb used. And does almost lose the car, manages to catch it. Marcelio's now finally overtaking Gilles Valentine. They go side by side. Gilles Valentine gets pushed off. Comes back ahead. Oh, Gilles Valentine's lost it and rejoined, well, still not in control of the car, straight ahead of Marcelio. Similar to the Vettel-Hamilton incident back in Canada 2019. And, well, Gilles Valentine definitely has some wing damage. Marcelio also has some wing damage.
Well,
so
it doesn't look like it. Gilles Valentine has wing damage, but yeah.
Does it not? Oh, but he's pitting. I think he's pitting.
Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah, he's pitting. He hit the ball quite hard, so I assumed he had wing damage. They could score to the end on hards though, so it's not the end of the world, as KSA's lost it!
Oh, no, Jesus.
KSA dropping down to P4 there.
The race winner of the last race.
Well, Government Cup now moving into second place. PC Woolley is now 2 seconds ahead of the next car, so PC Woolley, he's really taking advantage of all of these mistakes. He's keeping it clean and just running away at the front. Tarande with the first penalty of the race. I think we'll be seeing a lot of those. Track limits very, very tricky around here. Even at higher levels, even in close to esport level even, you see penalties every once in a while.
As Gilles Valentine pits for a soft tire, so obviously a 2-stop strategy, but for now.
I might try and go for it on punctures by the end. Never know. Penalty for Yoshi, second penalty race. Yasso and Tarande are battling actually. Yasso is looking to move up to P7 here in his debut race. Although Tarande is of course on the hard tire. Yasso gonna go for it right here already. Doesn't wait for the hairpin. And this will allow Tarande to fight back on the next DRS straight. And really go for it. He definitely can. He's close enough. Although he's not burning any ERS. But now he's closing in up the inside into the final corner. Nope. Pulls it off the move. Maybe trying to go for it on the main straight. Or just allowing Yasso through to work together. Uses the ERS. No, now he's using ERS. He's trying to get past the Alfa Romeo. He wants to get back into P7. Up the inside into turn 1. This time he's definitely alongside. And I think he will have the move done. Yes, he will. Yasso, can he go for a switchback? He's running around the outside of turn 2. But Tarande has it covered off and moves back into P7. Although Yasso is all over him, he will definitely be trying again later on in this lap.
As Gilles Valentine goes for a move on Adam into turn 1, sends it down the inside, gets the move done on the much faster tire for now.
Yeah, certainly taking advantage of the tire advantage that he has. And he'll be catching Yoshi fairly quickly. Terrible exit by Gilles Valentine down. Look at that. Adam goes clean around the outside.
Oh.
What a move by Adam. He's just embarrassed then. Gilles Valentine under attack from Claudio as well. So he might be dropping down to last place here. Rico's on the inside of Adam and goes clean past, well, Claudio with a big dive bomb on Gilles Valentine. who is falling back massively here. So, well, despite the tire advantage, it's Valentine not able to use that extra protection he has to get past the guy's management in the pits. That's very early. Is he going for a wing change or is he going for a massive undercut? It's a wing change.
Wing change, yes.
So he, well, there was no yellow flags for him, so it must have been a minor accident, just understeering into the wall perhaps. But it is
Valentine lost
his wing.
And spun again.
Yeah, wing damage again as well. You can see the wing on the left hand side there. Although minor damage only, thankfully for him. But we'll probably be seeing him come back to the pits once again as we've got one of the Ferraris spun around. It's KSA! Once again! But he's gonna stay in P4, but because look at that massive gap that the top 4 have well, had now to P5. 20 seconds was the gap between George and KSA before that spin. And now that George is passing the place where he spun, he's just gained 12 seconds at once basically. Claudio's got a penalty for speeding the pit, so he must have got wing damage perhaps in the...
Yeah, he got wing damage from the incident with Jules Valentine.
Okay, yeah. Ewag is low in ERS, but so is Donald Cup actually. This battle hasn't, well, it's been warming up for a while now. Ewag has been sitting in Comet Cup's DRS, but not quite close enough ever to go for the move. Pisivoli is still comfortably outside DRS with the Comet Cup, and the tire advantage of the medium might now be falling away a little bit. So Pisivoli, looking really strong today. Comet Cup has just burned a lot of ERS on this main straight to gain some time on Pisivoli, I believe. Yeah, he has. He's very, very low on ERS now, 16%. Pisivoli on 71. Safety car has been deployed! For what reason?
For no obvious reason.
And this is awful for hard runners. Mediums
Yes.
might make it. Big
I
maybe.
don't think
Yeah. It would certainly be a struggle. But of course, it's perfect timing for the medium runners. Lap 10 is around when they would pit. So they can now pit onto hards and go to the end easily. That safety car just came out for... There was no reasoning, was there? There was nobody in the wall. There wasn't even a yellow flag. The only thing I can think of would be a build-up of debris. There's a lot of small incidents, but I've never seen that cause a safety car in the game. I guess that's what happened though, because there's no other reason really to bring out a safety car. Yeah, probably, well, either a glitch, or the game is actually better than I give it credit for, and takes account of the amount of front wings we've seen flying off cars, and is allowing the fictional marshals to run onto the track and pick up those front wings.
Some wing changes already in this race, and not already halfway through it, so...
Yeah, there've been quite a few, I mean...
It could be
Jules Valentine alone has gone through like 10 front wings.
But he's now on the optimal strategy. He's now on
Yeah.
the hard tires, can go to the end.
Pisivoli is actually pitting. Interesting. Is he gonna try and make mediums last to the end? I mean, he might as well pit, he's gonna come on first anyway, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can go for medium soft, I guess, if he, or medium maybe, if you don't want to go too soft. Yeah, he's in P1 anyway, so rather in P1 on fresh mediums than P1 on old hards, I guess. Makes sense for him to pit. But yeah, I think unless there's another safety car in this race, Pisivoli is, would have to really save those tires.
Don't count him out yet. Don't count him out yet. He did brilliantly in qualifying. And he went quicker than the medium runners on his first stint. On these,
of course, yeah. But
slower tires, so...
I mean, how long is the pit delta around here? I have no idea, but it's certainly quite long, so... It would have to be a big time gain. Yeah, 15 laps and, well, at least like 20 seconds. Depending on how long the pit delta is on this track, which I'm not entirely sure on. Would have to be, well, I'm thinking a top 5 finish could still be on for him. Looking at, well, the guys from P6 to P8 are on the same strategy as him, then Yasso, I think, he might just have to pace on even with a full pit stop.
Yeah, and also Rico has gained massively from the safety car for now.
True, Rico is right back in it, of course. KSA as well, he had a big gap to the top 3 after his 2 spins, but he's now also right back in it, so... This is really gonna spice up the race now, I think. Because horrible for the guys who were starting on hards. That's exactly the risk you take when you start on hards. An early safety car, or well, even worse, a safety car at this around this time completely ruins strategy. I mean, I could imagine them those mediums lasting for the rest of this race, but even if they do, you'll lose so much pace by the end. Then you're certainly gonna lose a few places unless you've built up a massive gap behind. What would be crucial here for Gold Cup is that he stays in PCWD's DRS. If he stays close to PCWD, he can use that DRS and defend from the cars behind, from Ewek and KSA, as well as Man who, well, he's also quietly made his way up the field. P5. I didn't see much of him this race, so he's been keeping it clean, not been involved in any incidents, and is up into the top 5, running, well, also has 3 cars behind him on a different strategy, which will likely not go to the end. So he's got a good buffer between him and the cars actually racing as well.
As the, for now, biggest winner of this race is George in the Aston Martin, gaining 8 places from the start. Keeping it clean for now. And yeah, into 8th position, into the points.
Yeah, both Aston Martins actually been doing. I mean, they were P15 and 16 in qualifying, I believe, and they're now up to P6 and P8.
As his teammate Marsilio also gained like 7 places.
Yeah, both.
Keeping it consistent pays off in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, especially a track like this, that's the most important thing. It's much more important than your actual pace, as we've seen in the case of Rico. Amazing qualifying pace, but the race has not gone well for him at all. Of course, he can still salvage it. Especially now with the safety car, he is right back in the DRS train for now. If he gets past the midfield cars quickly, he can maybe catch up to the front runners again. Nobody has been lapped, thankfully, so everybody is right back in the fight.
That's the only car who has not closed up, not yet, is Jules Valentine. But I think he can until the end of this lap, and I think we will see the safety car in our boxes lap.
Oh, look at the gap he's leaving. He's going slowly. Is he trying to leave a gap on purpose to allow a longer safety car for Piscivoli? No, he's caught up now. He's just being really, really careful. Okay. That might have been
saving his tires to go to the end.
It might have been an interesting strategy actually to make the safety car longer to help his teammates, because of course the longer the safety car is, the higher the chance of Piscivoli being able to go to the end. But it's now been called in, and will be racing, going into the next lap. Piscivoli setting the pace, warming the tires, and looking for the right opportunity to go and catch Common Cup. Let's see, does he go before the final corner? Into the final corner? After the final corner? When is he gonna go? He's still going slowly. But he has to go soon. We are coming up to the line. There's the pit entry. You see what he still hasn't gone. Now he's gone, finally. Very late, and Gomet Cup is right on him. Ewek also and Gomet Cup up his inside. As Ewek can't go for a move into turn 1. KSA covering off Management Marcelio into turn 1. KSA Management have made contact. Management is in the wall. And he's down to P14. Taranda and BS Gabri as well have had a big incident there. I believe they both have front wing damage as well. Taranda is retired out on track now as well.
On track.
Gomet Cup has just gone off there as well, but he's just about came back on ahead of Ewek. Might have been a track limit warning for him though. Ewek is really putting pressure on Gomet Cup here. Piscivoli, he hasn't got the gap that he was maybe hoping for. Marcelio is just passing KSA now. Marcelio is doing really well here, look at this. Although KSA does defend the position in the end, Marcelio has to back out. Yasso now the better exit. Marcelio was impacted by the battle with KSA there. On exit, Yasso trying to go up the inside into the next corner, but he gets it done.
Rico fights George for P7 and goes past. Well, they're still side by side.
Proud the outside here.
Ooh, as they touch.
Someone has lost the front wing in the background. You can see a winglet flying off. I'm not sure who it was. But Rico up into P7 once again. Great restart from him. from, what was he, P13 after P7 already, within one lap. Yoshi is trying to pass George here. Round the outside the final corner. Goes very deep, but he's got it done. Oh, contact!
The driver of Claudio.
Claudio's off!
As I wanted to say, he lost a bit of his front wing, now he has lost one of his tires.
Another safety car!
And another safety car, which could...
that was certainly saved, peacefully I think, because now he can go to the end. Now he has a chance to go to the end. Or he can also pit to make sure he can go to the end. Rico in the pits for a front wing change. Same for George.
But he has now the much faster tire, and the fresher tire.
Let's see, what should Peaceably do here? Should he try to stay out and make those tires last to the end, keep track position, or should he pit? As George just got a 15 penalty leaving the pits, which is interesting.
If you can make the tire last, obviously stay out if you're in first position, but it's still very long. I'm expecting like 10 more laps of racing action, so it's still very long for the medium tire, and it's not new anymore. So
the thing is also, if you risk, well, if you pit, you have to risk going through the entire field. As Rico gets a penalty under safety car. 3-second penalty for Rico. Yeah, if you see when he pits, he has to overtake 12 cars, which, well...
Rico should gain one position because Adam is driving without front wing, and obviously has to pit.
The hard runners might actually pit for mediums now once again, because mediums are quite a bit faster around this track. So maybe we'll be seeing the entire field in the pits. Who knows? I wouldn't be, well, maybe not the entire field, but certainly a few of them might pit for mediums. PC Woody's going in, Comet Cup staying out, Ewek staying out, KSA staying out. I think nobody's gonna pit for mediums. Forget what I just said. Gilles Valentine is doing it, yes! Thank you. Menace Man, Adam.
He got inside information.
Maybe he's listening.
Pit for mediums.
No, he just, oh no, that's Adam. Yeah, the Gilles Valentine is... yeah, they're all going for mediums, obviously. PC Woody is now down to P8. So he hasn't come out in last, which is good for him, but he... Rico's in the pits again! But he doesn't have fresh mediums, what is he doing?
Pitting for hards? He's pitting for hards again.
So he
right?
prefers the hard tires? Does he think mediums won't last?
Maybe he has too much tire pressures and overheating the mediums.
Could be. Interesting that he decides to pit.
Interesting strategy, I have to say. As he almost loses it.
He's really pushing those cold hards, I guess. Under safety car. Oh, he's going full throttle for here, look at this. He is not being careful one bit right now.
Well, we have to say here the race didn't go into his way at all. After starting on pole position and now finding himself in P13. Yeah, maybe as he gets another penalty.
He's got 2 penalties in the safety car. He got his first penalty. Oh, now he's out.
Yeah,
he
he's
retired.
a bit too frustrated right now.
He just retired on track.
Obviously, that's not the thing we wanted to see, but yeah, we can't change it for now. But
Comet Cup will now be done the race, and look at this aggressive tire bomb. He's throwing the rear of the car around, which is
the birthday kid into first position. Can he bring it home?
That'd be quite something if Comet Cup can win this race. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, and Ewek and KSA hot on his heels, and also Yasso in fourth.
Yeah, we all
quite under the radar, I have to say.
This Comet Cup is going similarly late to Peaceably here. He still hasn't gone. Now he's going. He has somewhat caught out Ewek, so enough gap to stay in front, but not a big gap created.
Yes, Yoshi's already alongside Marsilio.
Yeah, Yoshi on first and Marsilio and Yoshi on old mediums.
As they touched into turn 1, oh Jesus.
Peaceably, oh, contact with Marsilio. KSA spun once again.
Oh no.
Big chaos here in the midfield. Peaceably has lost a few places actually. Menace Man has gone past him. who is now putting BS Gabri under pressure. Who himself is trying to get past Marsenio, who's on old mediums. He's on 9 lap old mediums, he didn't pit on a safety car. Interesting. So yeah, those will certainly not be going to the
I
end.
think he's hoping for another safety car, but because he can't go to the end.
Same for Yoshi, I mean, both of them. They have very little chance of going to the end here, if any. See when he's putting pressure on Menace Man, he wants to get past, he wants to make progress in his fight for the race win here. He's also gonna push from Adam. He has to also keep an eye behind, as Adam is trying to go for it. He's burning some ES, he's pulling out slipstream, but he's too far behind on this straight for sure. You can't exactly go for a big send into this corner, the braking zone simply isn't long enough. Gomrit Cup has broken DRS to Ewek. Gomrit Cup is pushing up ahead.
As he's already out of the DRS range, as you just said. And yeah.
I assume he's been using ERS this lap a lot. I will do a quick check.
But I don't think
no,
the guys
very
of,
similar ERS levels.
Yoshi and Marsilio can't go to the end. They have to pit.
Marsenio is reading holding up this pack here. BS Gabri and Menace Man either side of him now. Häkkinen Schumacher vibes. And Menace Man around the outside into turn 1. Easy gonna get past BS Gabri on the exit, still side by side. Lots of lagging from BS Gabri, but thankfully they come out cleanly. SPC Wooly! Whoa! That could have ended badly.
Yeah.
Smart race car for PC Wooly, deciding to pull out. As Marsenio goes very wide through the exit of the S section there, and surely you'll have to let past if Duke yes, he comes back onto the track, and yeah, he's dropping behind even his teammate here down to P11. As Yasuo is pulling Ewek under so much pressure. Ewek has lost a lot of pace. He was staying with Gomrit Cup earlier, and now Gomrit Cup is gapping him by, well, multiple seconds a lap, or well, about 1 second a lap actually. PC release back up to where he restarted the race, P7. As Menace Man is trying to get past his teammate here, up into P4, who lets him through. Team orders at Red Bull, as Menace Man is chasing down the top 3. Big tire advantage, of course, for him. This could be good result for Red Bull coming up here. PC Wooly burning ERS, getting past BS Gabri.
Menace Man burning also a lot of his DRS. As he closes up to Yasuo in front and Ewek, who are fighting for P2.
Adam now also putting pressure on BS Gabri. ERS is now being enabled.
As PC Wooly also puts himself into the picture.
And Adam goes past BS Gabri, who is actually still alongside. The lag is making it difficult to tell, but I think Adam's gonna get the move done on the exit through traction. And yes, he does. Adam moves into P7, BS Gabri down to P8. Under pressure as well now from Jules Valentine.
Yeah. But I have to say, Jules Valentine into the points so now.
Yeah, I mean,
so
impressive stuff. Don't often see it.
Yeah. Well, it can be very difficult to get into the points with the field this strong, but he has proven himself today, keeping it consistent on this tire set.
PC Wooly is now putting big pressure on Menace Man's teammate Yoshi. Side by side already, he's opening up the and I think Yoshi doesn't have much of a chance to defend on much older medium tires. And PC Wooly moves up into P5, now chasing down the top 4. Menace Man going for a switchback on Yasuo here. Trying to move up to P3. Oh, but so much ERS being burnt now.
Using ERS.
Menace Man might send up the inside. Yes, he will, surely. PC Wooly also trying to follow through here. Look how close he's getting now on the main straight. But none of them have a lot of ERS left. Menace Man on the inside of Yasuo. And as they get close to Ewek, maybe
guys,
a double move.
Watch out for Ewek.
Oh, Menace Man on the outside now. PC Wooly going for a switchback. Look at this battling.
Racing right now.
Beautiful. And Menace Man gets past in the end, but Gomrit Cup is continuing to build this gap from all of this battling. These guys are losing lots of time. Menace Man and PC Wooly have to get past these guys quickly if they want to catch Gomrit Cup. 3 seconds the gap right now. And it's only gonna keep getting bigger, I think. Ewek is now the final car between Menace Man and Gomrit Cup, with PC Wooly also having Yasuo and obviously Menace Man himself between them. As Yasuo goes a bit deep, maybe allowing Pisuli. Doesn't quite get the exit it needs to get past the Alphamere driver right here.
Yeah, and Gromit Cup, 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds in front.
Showing great pace right now, yeah.
Stuff, yes.
Him and Ewok were similar early on, so...
He obviously knows he's in front and or he can win this race, so... He's giving it everything.
Oh, Yasuo has gone wide and Pisuli is gonna go around the outside right here. After Yasuo rejoined, he lost a lot of pace there on the exit, and Pisuli moves up into P4 Menace Man, trying to get past Ewok here into the final corner. Decides to wait until the main straight so that Ewok can't get back past
down
him.
The inside, sends it down the inside on Yoshi.
And Menace Man now surely is gonna get past the Williams driver here, but he's so low in ES, so Gromit Cup will have a good chance to defend this race lead anyway. Menace Man up into P2, 3 seconds between him and Gromit Cup now. The chase is on. This could be close to the end here. 3 seconds in 6 laps, he needs half a second per lap. And then also past Gromit Cup, who is low in ES as well. Well, not quite as low as Menace Man, he's about 10% more. Maybe enough to defend for 1 straight, maybe 2. Could be tricky. Marcelio with a penalty, now on 13 lap only. Yes, long pitted. Marcelio and Yoshi are still out on those old mediums, as Yasuo has lost it and he's down to P7, P8 maybe? No, Jules Valentine is just a bit too far behind right now. Although he's now within DRS range and has much better tires. Yasuo might have some wing damage here. Yep, he does. He's gonna let everyone else past to avoid an incident. Smart driving from Yasuo. So if he pits, it's gonna be outside the top 10 for sure. And if he doesn't, he will be outside the top 10 anyway because he's gonna get overtaken. Menace Man already brought the gap down significantly, 2.1.
And he closed it up.
Pisuli now putting pressure on
very
Ewok.
Good for him for right now.
Look at the overspeed. Pisuli is just gonna fly past Ewok right here. Up into 3rd place.
Yeah, obviously the medium tire much quicker right now. Fresher, faster tire.
Crucially, he got past Ewok before Menace Man broke DRS. So he's gonna stay close to Menace Man and catch Gromit Cup together with him. I think they will definitely catch Gromit Cup, looking at how much faster they are right now. The question is, will they have enough time to also overtake him on track? Yasuo is now in the pits, dropping down to last place, probably going for softs. Might be a fastest lap opportunity for the Alphamere driver to score at least 1 point in this race.
As the Menace Man also gains like another
No!
half second.
Gromit Cup has received a 3-second time penalty of multiple warnings.
It's not over yet, Still a long way to go.
That will certainly make it more difficult for him though, because, well, he's definitely not going to be pulling out the 3-second gap on the cars behind. Maybe on Ewok,
Yeah.
but certainly not on Menace Man and Pisuli.
As the Menace Man already
Oh,
knows
he just
that
completely ignored those track limits. Just gaining 2 tenths right there. That was certainly another warning, so he is now on 4 at least. Pisuli and Menace Man, well, if those two battle though, Gromit Cup might have a problem now. Pisuli, it might make sense for him to pass Menace Man now, to make sure that he is in 2nd place, which is effectively first with Gromit Cup's penalty, and indeed, Pisuli is gonna go for it.
And the Menace Man is probably done fighting it at the moment, as he wants to stay in the 3 seconds of Gromit Cup.
Yeah, I think whoever is ahead, once they get into Gromit Cup's DRS, has a good chance of winning this race. So Pisuli is hoping that'll be him. Menace Man trying to fight back into turn 1, but he doesn't quite have the run on him. Adam getting close to Ewok here, although the mediums, 7 lap old now, might be getting closer to the point where hearts are faster once again. Although, well, the hearts are also quite worn out at this point, so maybe not in this case. Can Pisuli get into DRS by the end of this lap here? I mean, even if he can't, he's gapping Menace Man significantly. 8 tenths already, as Ewok gets a penalty as well, so Gromit Cup is now in 3rd place.
Adam goes alongside Ewok and goes ahead.
Look at the penalties. Yoshi has 6 seconds, 9 seconds for George, and then 3 for Marcelio, Ewok, Adam, and Gromit Cup.
And I have to say, Yoshi on 12 lap old medium tires. How longer can he go?
Marcelio on 15 lap old tires.
Falls obviously off the cliff.
Marcelio is on 15 lap old tires and still running in P10 ahead of his teammate. I'm not sure how he's doing that, but those tires must be destroyed. Yeah, you can see a lot of graining on them.
Doesn't look very good, yeah. A lot of graining.
PC Wooly is outside of DRS range for Common Cup, and Menaceman is just about inside of DRS range to PC Wooly.
And he has the fastest lap for now.
Yasuo is probably gonna beat it though on the softs. Yeah, I think Yasuo, he was only 3 tenths behind and he knows softs which will be much faster. As KSA goes past BS Gabi up into P8. Although with him being on hard tires it's gonna be difficult to make up any more spots. He might get Yoshi on penalties. But that will be about it, I would say.
KSA has almost 90% of yours.
Gabi is though actually back past KSA somehow. OBS Gabi is lagging massively here. And Gabri, is he off? No, he's not. It looked like he was. I have no idea where BS Gabri actually is on the track. That could be difficult to deal with if it's at all similar for the drivers. Hopefully not.
As it goes through, literally, through just one time.
When is he gonna teleport back ahead of him at the moment?
Teleporting right now.
Yeah, this is very, very tricky. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't caused an incident yet. Hopefully it won't cause one.
PC Willy is almost into DRS range, and he is now.
Yellow flags in sector 2, then it's Yasuo who's lost it coming out of the long right-hander. Left-hander, sorry.
What is this with new soft tires in this race? Jules Valentine obviously had the same problem on new soft tires, spinning out. Also, as
oh, look at that! KSH just caught past all 3 of them in one straight. Actually, no, Jules Valentine is defending. Well, that was some... I mean, weaving through traffic. And now...
side by side into turn 1.
He's also getting past.
With yellow flags ahead.
Menaceman has lost it!
Oh no.
Menaceman is in the wall right there. He's still parked. He's now getting going again. He's down to P9 from P3. PC Wooly is now the only car.
Gear. He was standing there, couldn't go into first again.
I think he was letting the group here past, being safe for the 3 joiners. Yasuo with tires in the pits. While Gomert Cup is now at least P2. PC Wooly is the only one standing between him and the race win. The issue is Gomert Cup has a 3-second time penalty.
As Jules Valentine almost lost it out of the corner, but saves it.
Oh, BS Gabi's in the wall, and so is Jules Valentine. BS Gabi's out of the race.
Oh no. And is this another safety car?
I think it's too late for safety car.
Yeah, it is.
Jules Valentine though, with heavy front wing damage.
Position, but he has picked up some front wing damage.
Heavy front wing damage, yeah. I think the smartest thing would be to stay out and well, he's certainly going to be overtaken, but
stay out and
he might be able to stay
Yoshi
in
behind as long as possible. Because Yoshi's on 14 lap old mediums. Jesus.
He might stay in Yoshi's penalty range and then maybe also beat the Aston Martin on penalty. PC Wooly
repass him.
Is now within 4 tenths. I think there's no point anyway because he's got so much front damage that Yoshi would just fly right back past him the first opportunity.
And that's playing into the hands of the Menaceman who spun 1 lap earlier.
Yeah, Menaceman will likely get past Jules Valentine. Marcelio on 18 lap old medium tires. I almost said hard because 18 lap old mediums just sounds impossible, but yeah, he's doing it.
As he does the drive until the tires explode challenge.
I mean, these tires must be screaming for help.
Yeah.
Look how much time he's losing to his teammate. How? He must be at like 90%. Penalty for Menaceman now. But he's passing Jules Valentine.
But still, 1.5 laps to go.
Oh, Menaceman goes deep. Jules Valentine with a switchback.
Front wing damage. Impressive.
He's not giving up. Although, yeah, Menaceman easily moves past, of course.
To stay in the DRS range.
Well, I don't think he can.
The penalty range.
Yeah, penalty range maybe.
Still 1 lap.
Yeah, he can. I think he needs to burn all his ERS to maybe get this DRS straight, the next one, then maybe also the main straight.
as PC really closed up the gap to Gromit Cup, staying right behind him. As the smartest thing to do right now is not to pass him.
Yeah, last lap of the race, presumably just has to bring it home here. He has 1 lap to go, and he doesn't even need to overtake Gromit Cup. Menace Man and Yoshi are battling. Beautiful stuff if you're Drills Valentine. As they both have penalties, Menace Man moves up into P6, Yoshi into P7, Drills Valentine
And
1
Yoshi
second
has,
behind him.
6 seconds of time penalties, and the Menace Man has 3 seconds. So can Jill Valentine stay into penalty range? And
Marcelio is now in the
get
pits.
P6.
Did he have a puncture? No, he didn't. Why is he pitting then? It's the last lap of the race. I mean, at this point, he might as well have finished it. Oh wait, did he do a medium?
No way, he's pitting for hard tires on the last lap.
Oh yeah, he had to. He did a medium. He would have been disqualified.
Well, that's a questionable strategy, but
So he had to pit anyway, and he still didn't.
he's still in P10, so points for him.
I mean, he had to pit. He had to pit at some point anyway, and he just decided not to do it. He wanted to
goes for
have
the meme strategy.
17 lap-old mediums. He could have probably had a decent result if he hadn't. And now he's done. Well, he still gets a point.
Gromit Cup into the last sector for the on the final lap of this race. Still ahead of PC Willy.
Yeah, but it will be Gromit Cup
PC
P2.
Willy will gonna be win this if he doesn't bottle that last lap.
And there we go. PC Willy taking home the second race win. Or the second, the win in the second race of the season.
Cup goes over the line on first, but PC Willy is gonna win this because of penalties.
Podium for Adam.
PC Willy.
Evoke finish in P4. KSA with a good comeback in P5. Menace Man, well, he also could have won this race, but he ends up in P6. Although maybe, I think he has got to get to Drills Valentine. Yeah, Drills Valentine P7, Yoshi P8, almost got never taken by Drills Valentine on track, so those mediums, well, those 17-old mediums really dropping off at the end. George in P9, and his teammate Marcelio, well, with the most interesting strategy for sure, although they don't get points for that, ends up in P10, 1 point, and, well, only 10 finishers in this race. With the fast lap going to Yeso, so he will get a bonus point despite being in P12. And there we go, the race is over. Driver of the day goes to Drills Valentine, who finished in P7 and started in P13? I don't remember. But there we have our race winner, Enla PC Willy. Great race from him. Kept it clean. I think one of the only the few drivers today I've seen who didn't make any mistakes, didn't get into any incidents.
Yeah, well, he did a almost perfect job, but I'm also feeling really gutted for Gromit Cup after picking up his penalty. Because of the penalty, he lost the race win. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that penalty, well, certainly cost Gromit Cup. Maybe PC would have gone for it harder if he didn't have it, but yeah, we'll never know. Gromit Cup losing out on the race win on penalties there. PC really taking it in the end, and Adam completing the podium. Congratulations to those three. Very, very good racing. Drills Valentine getting fast the drive today with having gained 7 places from P14 to P7. And then Yasso in P12 having the fastest lap of the race.
But outside of the top 10, is it he still get the extra point?
Yeah, he still gets the point.
Oh, okay. Well, otherwise PC would have gotten maximum points, as he does the second fastest lap inside the top 10.
True, yeah.
The fastest lap in the top 10. So.
Yeah, second fast overall, fastest in the top 10.
Still, a race win is a race win. 25 points for him, which will put him right into the front for this championship battle.
Yeah, PC Willy has he taken the lead? I don't think he has. I think KSA still keeps it.
KSA is probably still in the lead.
Yeah, KSA should be on 35 now, and PC Willy on 29. So yeah, KSA is still in the lead of the championship, but I think PC Willy is in P2. Well, I'll have to do the math later on. I haven't considered every driver now. But yeah, a very, very enjoyable race, I would say. maybe not quite as much battling as we saw in Bahrain, but some interesting strategies playing out. The race win being decided in the last lap as well. And I'm looking forward to more racing like this in Division 2, as we'll be heading to, I believe it is Miami next week. So yeah, another street track. Miami, a very, very difficult track as well, as virtually no traction for some reason at that track. That could be something drivers will struggle with.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. Traction is like yeah, driving on ice or driving in rain.
Yeah,
in
Turkey
Miami,
2020 like.
so, yeah, don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Also looking forward, of course, to Division 1 race on Saturday, although I think that will be won't be streamed again.
And also, I'm not driving. So,
Oh, perfect! You're not driving. Russell isn't driving.
oh no. Yeah,
Best opponent of me is Jeremy. Amazing.
it's
Win
Jeremy's
guaranteed.
his favorite track, so could be hard, but yeah, Jeremy will find his way to bottle the race.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking forward to that as well, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be ending it now, and see you again next week for the third round at Miami. Goodbye.